Ms. Bailey, you're recognized for your opening statement, your oral statement of 5 minutes.
Thank you. Chair Flood, Ranking Member Cleaver, Chair Hill, Ranking Member Waters, and other distinguished members of the subcommittee, thank you for the opportunity to testify during today's hearing on the need to increase the nation's supply of fair and affordable housing for everyday people, including the frontline workers such as teachers, nurses, firefighters, police officers, and others who sacrificed their lives during the COVID-19 crisis to help our economy remain afloat. I am Nikitra Bailey, Executive Vice President of the National Fair Housing Alliance. NFHA leads the fair housing movement, and we work to eliminate housing discrimination and ensure equitable housing opportunities for all people and communities. NFHA also ensures and represents the voices of over 200 local nonprofit fair housing agencies throughout the United States. Our nation is in a fair and affordable housing crisis impacting millions, and the actions of President Trump's executive orders attempting to ban diversity, equity, inclusion, and accessibility punitively and haphazardly, throwing together a federal funding freeze and canceling almost half of funding for local nonprofit fair housing agencies throughout the United States have caused chaos, fear, insecurity, and dysfunction around the country. Instead of providing our nation with practical solutions to address skyrocketing housing costs, a lack of affordable housing supply, increased complaints of housing discrimination, and technology's growing role in determining housing decisions with solutions, steps on the ladders of opportunity are being removed for everyday people. These haphazard executive actions will cause serious economic and personal injuries that will undermine our already fragile housing market and our nation. Housing is fundamental to the American dream, and people want elected leaders to quickly implement solutions so that they can ensure they can fairly access opportunity and share in our nation's prosperity. People are seeking opportunities and solutions that will drive down the rising cost of housing and provide fair market rents, expand fair access to mortgage credit in underserved communities, reduce homeowners' insurance costs, and produce the development of over 5 million affordable housing units. Diversity, equity, inclusion, and accessibility are synonymous with hard work, fairness, merit, and standards of excellence. They are a cornerstone of our nation's Constitution and civil rights laws and help to ensure compliance with our nation's robust anti-discrimination laws. In fact, many of these concepts are codified in our civil rights laws and regulations as well as the Constitution. Congress established fair housing as a national policy of the United States with the passage of the Fair Housing Act following the horrific assassination of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. The landmark legislation provides two promises: the right for all people to access housing free of discrimination and the inclusion and the creation and inclusion of inclusive, vibrant communities with life-affirming amenities everyone needs to thrive. The president cannot upend our country's national policy, the Constitution, or civil rights laws with executive orders. Congress must act quickly to make equitable housing investments that promote financial inclusion and stimulate economic growth for everyone. As housing continues to drive inflation, the Federal Reserve Board is powerless to handle housing inflation. A housing market in which all people cannot participate fairly without regard to race, color, national origin, religion, gender, familial status, or disability is a broken market, both economically and morally. The Housing Crisis Response Act, sponsored by Ranking Member Waters, provides a sensible path forward. It includes $150 billion in relief for the nation's fair and affordable housing crisis to ensure people living in urban, rural, and suburban communities' housing needs are met. Increased support and intervention from our federal government is needed, not a withdrawal from basic civil rights. Fair housing laws improve people's lives in the communities in which they live, especially seniors needing to remain housed, women who have been battered and are seeking safety from abusers, and people with disability who use fair housing laws to obtain accessible housing so they can properly use their kitchens and bathrooms. They also strengthen our economy and make the nation more prosperous. America is at its best when united and relentlessly pursuing a country where everyone, and we mean everyone, regardless of their background, has a fair shot at reaching their American dream. Thank you for the opportunity. I look forward to answering questions.